YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right, so we are back with clones. All right, immediately when I put out my top 10 for summer 2024 list, there were comments showing up saying, hey, when we're gonna get the clone version? When we're gonna get the clone version? Somebody emailed me, had a couple of y'all hit me up on Instagram about the clone version. Clones and Fragcom are very popular. The rate of interest in bang for your buck experiences when it comes to higher level fragrances compared to, you know, not having to spend as much money to smell fantastic. So we are here, all right, with my top 10 clone inspired by fragrances for summer 2024. This was a hard list to make. It was a hard list, but we got it down to 10. There was a couple in here I was going, you know, but I said, you know, this is just what I'm feeling, so we gonna rock with it. But much more summer content on the way. So let's go ahead and get into it. Up first, from the house of Alexandria fragrances. This is, I probably wore this out of every summer fragrance last year. I probably wore this the most due to what I was doing. Depends on what I was doing each and every day. I was wearing this fragrance. From the house of Alexandria fragrances, we have Zion. Zion is an inspired take on Roja Dove's Elysium, okay? And it is fantastic, all right? A lot of citrus, fresh spicy tones, aromatic, clean, fresh, just get that in the air real quick. Fruity. It's just good. And I don't own a bottle of Elysium, and this is the reason why I haven't gotten a bottle of Elysium, because this is just so good. Now I've had this for about 2 years, almost maybe 3 years. It's macerated beautifully. Performs really well for a freshy, a citrus fragrance, and it's just really good. And Alexandria has many different sizes for different prices, so you definitely could get you anywhere from a 30 ml up to 100 ml with Zion, as long as it's in stock. And for the summertime, this is just one that is going to work. We know roses are very expensive, rightfully so, due to the quality and the oils and everything that goes into it. But I'm here to tell you, Zion is not nothing to sneeze at. It is very good. From the house of Alexandria fragrances, we have Zion. All right. Up next, from the house of Alexandria fragrances, this is also has kept me from getting a full bottle of its original creation. So up first, what we're talking about is from the house of Alexandria fragrance, we have Hawaii Volcano Intense. Hawaii Volcano Intense. This is a clone of Creed's Virgin Island Water. Now, Virgin Island Water's DNA has been really mimicked over the past few years, but this is the best that I've ever smelled. That boozy, coconut, lime, tropical vacation vibe. I gotta get this in the air too. In the heat, this stuff just works wonders. And oh man, Alexandria does a fantastic job for sure with what they produce over there. They were the first inspired by clone house that I really jumped into. Even before I was really heavy in the Middle Easterns, it was Alexandria, and they never disappointed. And this is just another example of that. So again, wide range of different sizes that you can buy and mLs, and the prices vary too. I think everything's under $100 or $110, but quality, yes. Now this sticks to the skin. It's macerated over time, and it's just become a room filler. I'm serious. When you first spray this on, the sillage on this thing pushes out in the first 1 to 2 hours, and then it starts to kind of back off a little bit, but still smelling fantastic. So if you're into that Creed Virgin Island Water DNA, or you're curious about it, this is definitely one to look into. From the house of Alexandria fragrances, we have Hawaii Volcano Intense. Definitely going to be wearing this during the summer for sure. Alexandria does a really great job. All right, up next, from the house of Paris Corner, from the Amir line, we have Vibrant Vetiver Delight. This stuff is awesome. It's been known to be called Sprite, or what's the other brand? The Starry. Oh, it smells so good. Just very beautiful citrus, clean, soapy vetiver. A nice, clean musk feel. This is awesome. This is an inspired take on Byredo's Bal de Fique, which I love the DNA. I've smelled the original, and in full transparency, I am going to get me a bottle of Bal de Fique this year for sure. But anyway, this is not a bad option to have at all. Matter of fact, I experienced this first before I was able to smell a sample of Bal de Fique. So this stuff is really, really good. It performed better than I thought it would upon wearing it a couple of times. When it comes to fresh, you just maybe 4, 5, 6 hours. Nah, man, I get around 7 to 8 of really solid hours of good performance out of this thing for sure. So for the summertime, this could be an everyday driver, honestly. You can wear this to the office, running errands, to the gym, whatever you got going on in this summer heat. This is definitely one to absolutely work well for you for sure. So big fan of this stuff. I smelled this before. I smelled the original, and I'm taking my time on getting the OG, but this right here is going to be more than enough for right now. From the House of Paris Corner, from the Amir line, we have Vibrant Vetiver Delight. This stuff is awesome. Really, really good. All right, up next, this is probably one of the more hype fragrances, cologne fragrances, in all of FragCom in maybe quite some time. But there's a lot of people talking about this. There's a lot of conversation about this and the entire line, to say the least. But this is the best out of the line for sure that I've smelled. From the House of Paris Corner, from the North Stag division, we have Quattra. Quattra. Now this is a direct inspired take from Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim. This is so good. That candy-like orange citrus that you get with this fragrance, musk. To me, there's a ginger zest in here as well. I believe the note breakdown is very similar to the Louis Vuitton. I haven't looked at them in quite some time, but honestly, comparatively speaking, the Louis Vuitton is the better quality for anybody who wants to know. But this is really, really good. I say this is in the 85 to 90 percentile of the Afternoon Swim. But at the end of the day, for me personally, and this is my son's favorite too, one of his favorite colognes that he wants to wear. At the end of the day, you get this in the high heat. You get this in the outside on a really, really warm day. You're going to be taken care of. This is going to take care of you. It's not going to be offensive in any way. It's going to complement the weather that you're in, complement the heat. It smells really, really good. Candy, orange, zesty, citruses, a slight ginger spice that I get to my own fresh spicy tone. This is just really, really, really good for sure. And as it dries on down, and it's, you only get around 5 hours with this. I've worn this a couple of times, and at first I was like, okay, I don't get, I get really good performance. And I say, I guess I didn't get that great of performance, but skin chemistry is a real thing. But over the last 2 to 3 times that I've worn this, I've been right around that 5-hour mark, right around that 4 to 5 hour mark with performance that I get before it becomes a total faint scent for sure. So one of the more hype fragrances right now in all the FragCom, and rightfully so, but this is a really, really good one. From the House of Paris Corner, from the North Stag division, we have Quattra. Quattra. Really good, man. Really good. All right, up next, the maceration is a real thing. And what we're talking about next, this bottle macerated quite well. From the House of Paris Corner, once again, we have Khalil Platinum. Khalil Platinum. This stuff is fire. Look at the dent in that. Another one that my son loves. So this is a take on Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Beau. All right, Le Beau EDT, kind of like an EDT EDP blend. Heavy tonka bean, heavy coconut. There's a citrus zest in here, especially in the opening. But then this dwindles down to coconut and tonka bean. It is a very sexy fragrance for the summertime. Fun fragrance for this has a lot of layers to it. It's fun, it's sexy, it just has that tropical adventure, fun mode vibe. That's what this has. In comparison to the LeBeau, this one is a bit richer on the coconut and the tonka bean. The LeBeaus, you get a lot more fruits and citruses with those fragrances comparably to this one. But when I first got this one, man, I sprayed it like 10, 11 times and I was only getting, you know, decent performance. And after letting it sit for a year and then coming back to it, we went to the movies. My son picked this fragrance to wear. I put like 3-4 sprays on him. Pushing. And I said, wait a minute. I don't remember that really going off like that. I need to see for myself. So the next day, I tested it out. I came home from work, put this fragrance on for the rest of the day, went out and about, and I said, wow, like this has really matured over its time that I've had it and really become a much different fragrance performer. The DNA has gotten a bit richer. So this is one that, you know, when you get it, you might be saying, man, I only got a couple of hours of performance out of this. Don't give up on it. Don't give up. Keep it together. Let it sit and wear it. It depends on where you're going. I'm not a big performance guy, but I get it. I get when you buy something you wanted to do well, and for the price that you can get this for, this is going to take you on a journey, and it's really, really good. So if you love coconut, you love tonka bean, this is it for you. From the House of Paris Corner, we have Khalil Platinum. Khalil Platinum. All right, up next, not going to spend a lot of time talking about this one. I've talked about it so much, and a lot of you have as well. A lot of you have acquired this bottle, and it's just a great everyday staple for summertime. And Lattafa hit it out the park with this. From the House of Lattafa, we have Maahir Legacy. Maahir Legacy, the ugliest bottle in all of Fragcom for sure. Now this is cloning one of my favorite houses of all time, Parfums de Marly, and it is going after Sedley, all right? Minty, sparkly, like effervescent feel, aromatics, aromatic nature to this fragrance. This is just one that absolutely is incredible. Another one that's macerated very beautifully. I just wore this for the first time after about a year, and the performance has picked up. The fragrance has got a little bit more smoother. Things have really locked in with this fragrance. So I say it all the time, Middle Eastern fragrances, once you get them, they're gonna sit for a while. Once you let it sit for a while, you're gonna start to see some different transformations with most of the fragrances, and this is just another one to add to the list. So this is great everyday wear. You can wear this anytime during the summertime. Great bang for your buck if you're not trying to pay that full price that Parfums de Marly is asking for. This is one that you can replace that with, scratch that itch, quench that thirst. You know what I mean? From the House of Lattafa, we have Maahir Legacy. Great stuff for sure. Terrible bottle, but great stuff. All right, up next, something new to my collection. I got this for my birthday. Want to shout out my guy Jay Hernandez for showing me love, man, and sending this my way. We were talking back and forth on Messenger, and he said, you know what, man, I'm going to send this your way for your birthday. So my birthday was back in May, showed me love, so grateful and humbled that somebody wanted to spend their hard-earned money just to send me something, man. So I appreciate you, Jay. But from the House of Maison Alhambra, we have, I believe it's Scepter Malachite. So according to Jay, when he first told me about this, he said, yo, D, this one is hard to find. It's kind of like a gem, a rough, a gem that's out there that a lot of people are not talking about, but the stock on it is low. So I said, okay. So I got the bottle in, never heard of it, never seen any content on it, but boy, oh boy. First of all, look at this atomizer and how Maison Alhambra is stepping up their game. Ooh. It goes off the screen, y'all. Now this is cloning, allegedly, God of Fire. All right, now I've never smelled God of Fire. Never smelled it, but from all indications of what I have heard about God of Fire, the description on this for the little bit of content that's out there about it fits this. You get this ripe, sweet mango. It has to be like a vanilla feel to this. It gives off it's either vanilla or tonka bean. It gives off that sweetness, like that classic mango vanilla tonka bean combo. Just is, you know, done so well in a lot of fragrances out here. Mango has become one of the notes of Fragcom that just have taken off. But you get tropical vibes, vacation vibes. Like I said, that right sweet mango, a vanilla tonka bean feel. There's a clean musk in here as well. Awesome performer. This is a awesome performer, and I couldn't help but, you know, notice of the quality that this has. So I don't know if this is a part of a line. I don't know much about this fragrance except that it was sent to me for my birthday from Jay. But this is one I seen Joma Shop. I know their shipping is crazy, but I've seen Amazon. I've seen a few places have this for around that $30 mark. So if you love mango, if you love a mango skin, God of Fire, mango themed fragrances, this is something that you might want to look into. This is really, really good, y'all. The quality is good, performs really well, and I just showed y'all that atomizer. This is good. From the house of Maison Alhambra, we have Sceptre Malachite. Love that green and gold combo. Really, really dope. Really dope. All right, up next, this is going to be the Hawas of choice this year, and I'm not sure which Invictus this or that, but I know this is the flanker of the original Hawas, which is Invictus. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But I'm going to roll with this one this summer to get a full understanding, because I'm still in limbo. Which one do I like better? I've raved about the original Hawas, which is my most complimented fragrance in my collection. I got the most compliments in one day wearing that. But this one is fire, y'all. Like, for real. From the house of Rasasi, we have Hawas Ice. Hawas Ice. Beautiful purple bottle. Real, you know, the same theme as the OG, but a different cap and everything. But this stuff is fire. Just to get a couple big spray in the air. This puts out a lot of juice with the atomizer. Same theme, man, that you get with the original Hawas Invictus. Fruity, bubblegummy, sweet. But this gives you some cinnamon, you get some plum, you get orange blossom, you get the minty feel in here. It's kind of like a cooling minty feel. It doesn't come off mouthwashy or too pasty. To me, kind of just fits, like it's like the perfect fit with everything else that's going on. So I really love this. I wore this a handful of times thus far. Really good performance, sillage and projection and everything on this is superb. It's stellar. So maybe by the end of the summer, I'll know which one will I be going with, because to have both, do you need both? No. You know, I'm a fragrance reviewer, so to have the content, to have the conversations with them is key here. But I do want to stick with one. Like, I do want to stick with one. So we're going to find out whether it's this or this the original. Stay tuned. But this is an excellent choice for summer 2024. From the house of Rasasi, we have Hawas Ice. Hawas Ice. Love the bottle. I will say I love this setup better than the original. Really good. All right. Two more left to discuss. You guys have been seeing me talk about this house lately, and they do stellar work. The quality in here is just the main player just stands out so well, and they do an excellent job on one of the most hyped fragrances that are out there for summer. From the house of Yeoman Law, we have Legend Cologne. Legend Cologne. And what is this going after? It is going after Creed Aventus Cologne. Creed Aventus Cologne. And boy, I'm so impressed with this. That orange, citrus, big, fresh opening that you get with Aventus Cologne is captured perfectly here. All the citrus dynamics, the pineapple touch that is entwined with the orange from the cologne. You get the vetiver and kind of almost woodsy feel in the dry down of this. But the difference between the two is that this is an oil-based fragrance. 40% oil concentration, straight to parfum, high quality. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to give me this over the original. And most times I'm going to say, yo, go with the original, you know, if it fits for you, over the clone. But if it's something that you're just not really invested in and you want, hey, let me smell it. If it smells where I need it to smell at or the level that I need it to be, then I'm good. Well, here you go. Yeoman Law, they do an incredible job. And listen, I don't know. There's been a couple of fragrances that they've created that I was like, man, I'm good with this over the OG. All right, but we'll talk about that later. A vintage cologne is a hype fragrance, and rightfully so, for the summertime. Some people out there say they like the cologne more than the original. I'm not there yet, but this is a good one. They have 30 mLs for around that $40 mark, 100 mLs around that $80 mark. Great quality here, y'all. That's the key word with Yeoman Law. Great quality, and they are nailing these scent profiles. From the house of Yeoman Law, once again, we have Legend Cologne. Great stuff. All right, and last but not least, for some reason, since I've had this fragrance, I've only worn it during the summer, during the outdoors, moving out and about. This is just perfect for high heat. I love what it does. I love what it's cloned after. And I've had this for about 3 years now, and it just works. From the house of Armaf, from the Club de Nuit line, we have Milestone. Club de Nuit's Milestone. This is going after Creed's Millésime Impérial. Salty, fruity, clean. Get that off in the air. I got about a half a bottle left of this over the years. Yeah, salty, aquatic nature, red fruits, almost like a combination of like a watermelon and raspberries and like strawberry type of combo with the fruitiness here. Musky vibe, just works in the high heat. If you're going on a boat, to the beach, or anything, just outdoor activities, this is something that you might want to look into. Bang for your buck. I can't stress enough of how well this clone really depicts what Millésime Imperial from Creed is all about. Again, I'm always gonna tell you to go with the original. Check out the original if you want the origins of that DNA. But this ain't a bad option. None of these are bad options for what they are cloned after. Really, really good stuff. It's gotten better with time. Solid performer. I get around that 6 to 7 hour mark, maybe even 8 if I spray on a couple sprays more. And originally when I got this fragrance, again, I was around that 4 to 5 mark. Maceration is real, man. It absolutely helps these fragrances, so don't give up on them for sure. But again, from the house of Armaf, from the Club de Nuit line, we have Milestone. All right, so there you have it, my top 10 clone fragrances for summer 2024. Got some real bangers in here, man. Something that's these are gonna take care of you, depends on what your preference is. If you have these, how do you feel about them? How do you love them? How do you do you recommend them as well? And maybe some things that I didn't recommend that you guys are saying to yourself, drop them down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let other people see what you got going on, and maybe they'll check them out. All right, so appreciate the love and support. I know this video ran kind of long, but I wanted to definitely take my time and really express my sentiments about these fragrances. And bang for your buck, you can't go wrong with that. All right, so until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Y'all know what it is on this channel, man. Splag it up, splag it down, splag that thing around. And remember, what you put into this world is exactly what you are going to get back. Positive energy, positive vibes. Say it with me. Positive energy, positive vibes. Appreciate y'all. Splag.